right, test, test, test. Howdy folks, we are back with a medium puzzle. Let's take a look at a medium puzzle. Okay, we got this cool little alley right through the middle. I do enjoy that. We've got a pair of twos that go through the left and the right, so we know there's only got to be one spot for a two. I noticed a pair of fours right off the bat. No four in the left, no four in the right. And this four comes across the top. I just let my mind look for pairs. That's what I start to do, is just looking for pairs. So now we got a pair of fours here. We got a pair of twos here going horizontally. We've got a pair of sixes. We got a pair of sevens, a pair of fours horizontally. So that's really where I let my mind start to wander. So I see this six that comes up. I was looking for another six. I saw this. So this six comes across the bottom. This six comes up through the middle. Only one spot left for the six there. We've got a pair of sixes down here in the bottom. This one comes across the top. This one comes across the bottom. Just one spot left for that one. So this one comes up the left. This one comes up the middle, bottom, and center. So just one spot left. And let's see, that's all but one. This one here, we have a six across the top. We have a six down the right side, six through the center. All the sixes are now resolved. Cool, cool, cool. Anytime you have like a pattern like this, an alleyway, I always look to see what's there. So see, this five comes across and only one spot left for the five. Now I know the three numbers that go here because this cube, one, I need a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I need a 7 and an 8. Now the cool thing is, see this 7 and 8, they can't go here. So out of the 2, 7, and 8 I need, 2 is the only thing that can go there. And I'll put my 7 and my, down to 6, fat fingered that guy there, 7 and an 8 there. Okay, alrighty. Looking for some pairs, looking for some pairs. Cool, so anytime I do symmetry, this game has a lot of symmetry. See, I've got a little alleyway here now too, and a 4 comes across. One spot left for the 4. Now I've got three numbers I need here. I need a 1, can go anywhere. 2, 3, 4, I need a 5, no help. 6, 7, I need an 8, can't go down the middle. And a 9. Okay, so I don't know exactly where those ones are at just yet. I see that I have two numbers missing here. So looking horizontally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need a 7, 8, and a 9. A 7 and a 9. Well, I have a friendly 9 here, which now makes this one our 7, makes this one our 9. That was friendly, wasn't it? Very friendly. But I got three numbers missing here vertically. Anytime I got three numbers missing, I like to know what they are. So I'm going to count backwards. I know I need a 9 in this column. Can't have a 9 here. I cannot have a 9 here. So the only place left for a 9 is there. I now need, it looks like an 8 and a 1 here and here. And I don't see any helpful numbers there, so I'm just going to write 8 and 1 down to help me out. Let's see what else we have pairwise. Pairs. I said we had lots of pairs. My brain's stretching. My brain is a stretching. Okay. I'm looking at the center cube here because I see a 9 that comes down the left side. So I have to have a 9 here or here. I need a 1, a 5, and an 8. Not a lot of help, but that's okay. I'm just letting my mind wander. I'm about to start looking a little more systematically and actually starting to sort these pairs out. Just kind of let my mind do its wandering first. Okay, time to start doing some marking. Oop, I found some 7s. 7 down the left, 7 through the middle, 7 across the bottom. Only spot left for 7 is right there. anywhere with these alleys. I like these alleys. See 476. There's already a 476, so that's all full. I've got a, ooh, there we go. A 3 coming down this alley and a 3 coming down this alley. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, we've got 2 numbers missing. Looks like we don't have a 1 in this column yet and a 9 in this column. So let's jot those down. 1 or 9. Very good. Alrighty. 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 Okay, I notice I'm not, okay, cool. So if this is a 1 or a 9, okay, cool. Just remember we said we know these 3 numbers? Well, we know one of them is a 9, and so this is what I call a ghost row or a ghost column. Let me jot it down here just so we can see it, right? So we have a 1 or an 8 or a 5, right? But either which way we want, we can't have a 1, 5, and 8, 1, 5, and 8, 1, 5, and 8, and 1, 5, and 8. We can't have those because these 3, no matter how we divvy it up, no matter how we slice or dice it, it's always going to be 1, 5, and 8. So guess what this cannot be? Cannot be a 1. There we go. Ghost rows, ghost columns, very, very important. They give us some predictions where we don't have a solid number yet. Very, very important. All right. We like that. 1, 5, and 8 come across the top. We have an 8 across the middle, so 8 has to be one of these bottom 2. We have a 1 down the left side, 1 across the top, so 1 has to be in one of these 2. Okay, a 3 comes down the right side, 3 comes across the bottom. Have to have a 3 in one of these 2 spots. Just kind of starting to systematically mark out the pairs. Okay, this 5 comes across, so I have to have a 5 in one of these 2 spots. Remember, with this ghost row, right? So even though I don't know the numbers, by writing these down, I can start to lock out numbers that just can't be, and that helps sort it out quite a bit. Okay, all right, so we're looking for some pairs. Okay, cool. So I have a 4 that comes across the middle now, 4 in the right, 4 in the center, so there's actually only 1 spot left for the 4. Okay, all right, very good, very good. I have a 4 across the top, a 4 across the bottom, so my 4 has to be left or right. Same thing here, I've got a 4 across the bottom, 4 through the middle, so 4 has to be left or right. So all my 4s are marked out, even though we don't know exactly where they're all out, and that's okay. All right, now this 5 does come through the middle, so we have to have a 5 high or low. Let's see here. I have a 5 that comes down the left side and a 5 ghost row that comes across the top. So, oh, cool. So what we have here, folks, this is super important. This is called a double lock. You see this 5 and 1? So I cannot have a 5 and 1 here and have a 5 and 1, 1 and 5 down here. So that tells me that these 2 cells are the only cells left to be a 1 or a 5. No matter how I split it, if this is a 1, this is a 5. If this is a 1, this is a 5. Because the 1s and 5s block out every other cell. So you remember how we had a 4 that could go one of these 2 spots? It can no longer go here because these 2 cells, the only way to solve this cube is for this to be a 1 and a 5. So that helps us a lot. We start to resolve some numbers a little quicker. So this 4 tells me that this one cannot be a 4 anymore. There's our 4. So this is called a double lock, and we ghost rows, ghost columns, very important. Okay, cool. So now with these 2 being locked, the other 2 numbers in this cube go here. So we need a 2 and a 7, and I have a helpful 2. So this cannot be a 2, so it has to be a 7. There's our 2. Okay. All right, so I'm looking at this bottom row here. I've got a 1 and a 5, a 1 and an 8, and there's a 5 here. So this one's going to be the 5 and an 8. You see that little rotation? That's usually a nice clean method of rounding up all your numbers. They rotate, and then when one resolves, they all just cascade and fall apart. Let's see here. So we've got three numbers missing here. We've got a 1. We need a 2 in this cube. Well, this 2 comes up and helps us. Only one spot left for a 2. And now the last two numbers we have here are an 8 and a 9. Now, here's kind of cool. I'm going to jot them down here. 8 and 9, 8 and 9. Look what it does to this one. We now have a locked cells, but they're also a ghost row of 8. One of these two has to be an 8, no matter how we cut it. Also, you can see this 7 comes up here and also reiterates the same exact solution here. So this one has to be our 8. This one has to be our 7. There we go. All right. Okay, so now we got three numbers missing here. We still need a 1. Those 1s are not giving up very easily. We've got a 2. We need a 3. Can a 3 go here? Yes. Can a 3 go here? No. Can a 3 go here? Yes. Let me put the 3 in those two spots. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need a 9. Can a 9 go here? No. See, we have this ghost row of 9. And you also have a 9 here. Can't go there. So 9 cannot go here. So 9 has to go in one of these two spots. We also have a 9 here that zoops across. Okay. 9 and a 9. Now this 9 comes up, and we have 3 spots for a 9 here. That's gonna resolve itself here in a minute. Okay, all right. So we're just chugging along with some numbers. Got our 5 and our 9. We need an 8 in there somewhere. Okay, cool. 7 across the bottom, 7 across the middle. Only spot left for 7, and also because we had these 3 numbers, we could have just counted that, and that would have told us where our 7 was. So now we have a 7 in the left, we have a 7 through the center, and we have a 7 in the bottom. So the only spot left for the 7 is right there. And that looks like all of our 7s for the puzzle. That's good. So in this cube, we're missing a 1, an 8, and a 3. Okay. Very good, very good. All right, cool. So we have a 3 here across the top, 3 across the bottom. All right, we now have a 3 in the left side and a 3 in the right side. So this is the only spot left for our 3, which means this one happens to be our 9, and the only number we're missing here is a 1. Now this is going to start to cascade. There we go. Can't be a 1 anymore, it's an 8. Well, this one can't be an 8 anymore, so that's a 1. This is now the only spot left for an 8. This 1 comes over here and says it has to be a 5, and therefore a 1. And they just start to cascade. So the 2 numbers we're missing here, 1, 2, looks like we're missing a 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're missing a 3 and a 5. Now if we look in this cube here, we can see the only number we're missing is a 3, which helps us with this one, 5 and a 3. Okay, so this 5 comes up, and 5 has to be one of these two. So this one is our 5. This one is our 9. I'm going to clean up my pencil mark. This 9 comes over here and helps us with this one, is an 8. There's our 9. We're missing 2 numbers here, but if you count horizontally, you'll see we're just missing a 1 here. And looks like an 8 there. All right, very good. What 2 numbers are we missing here? Oh, look at that, a 1 and a 5, a 1. Those ones, I tell you, they are tough. Tough. Okay, what are the 2 numbers we're missing here? 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need a 5 and a 9. Oh, cool. So we have a helpful 9 here. So there's a 5, there's a 9. This 5 helps us up here. That one now has to be a 1 and a 5. These 5s come down here and says this is the only one left for a 5. There's a 1 and a 5. That makes this one our 8. What's the number missing there? 1, 2. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we have a 5 and an 8, and that hard to find 1. There it is, folks. Medium puzzles. We did some ghost rows, ghost columns, double locks, and you got to be able to project. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I always recommend printing you off a couple copies before we play. Play along with. And if you have any comments, suggestions, or challenges, I do always welcome them. And thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you next time. Bye.